You have had a review of the classroom policies, expectations, rules, just how we get things done. I've tried to touch on a lot of points. It's a lot of information, and I don't expect you to remember it word for word. I do, however, expect you to have a fairly good understanding of what we're doing in here by the time you reach this point. You see that this quest is worth more than all the other quests combined, practically, or probably almost exactly. You get an achievement here, the responsibility achievement. Okay? You have been self-assessing. You have been following instructions, not following instructions. I don't know. Let's move on so we can cover what it is I think you should know. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this video, but then pause it, because all it is a look at the prior quests. Okay? Get your game on kind of covered. What it is expected kind of in an overview. Grit and grades covered how you maintain an A in here, what it takes. The code of honor is all about integrity, doing the right thing, listening, following through, trying your best. Freedom with responsibility means that, yeah, you're judging yourself. You're scoring yourself. Are you being honest? Because you have a responsibility to be honest, to earn that freedom. Deeds, not words, means don't tell me you're paying attention. Show me you're paying attention. And you will show me with your actions. They will reveal what it is you do and do not understand. Powered by Video reiterated what was in Get Your Game On, that this is all video driven. You may dislike the videos, but this is the way you can work at your own pace and get personalized instruction. Replay the video, do what it takes, turn on the subtitles if you learn better by watching the words. Daily Bread was about the exchange and the items in the exchange, and covering again some of your responsibilities there about what you have to purchase. Okay? Edit Profile was all about setting up your profile. There were some responsibilities in there that weren't covered. Were you able to handle that? Work with people around you if you have trouble. Adobe ID, you need to have the Adobe ID in order to get the Creative Cloud at home and have access to it in the Mac Lab. Finally, this review is all about, clicking away, this question. Do you understand? And I'm reading it because I don't want anyone saying, you never said that. Do you understand that you are responsible for the information contained within the prior N2K quests to this point? That means these quests I just went over. Option 1 is yes, I've read, watched, and listened carefully to the contents of each of the N2K quests so far and understand my responsibilities. Again, that doesn't mean you've memorized them. It means you have a general understanding. Option 2, hey, I watched the videos. No one said anything about being held accountable. Now, that, as facetious as it may sound, is what I have been seeing in the classroom from some students. When I get asked at the end of a quest, what am I supposed to do next? Am I supposed to fill this out? When the video tells you what you're supposed to do next and shows you what you're supposed to fill out, that just tells me you're not paying attention. And maybe you were paying attention, but maybe it takes 2 or 3 times through the video in order to understand. If that's the case, take the time to spend 2 or 3 times watching the video so that you actually do understand. And by the way, that first blog post I had you made, you were supposed to continue to edit it. That I never mentioned again. I only mentioned in the first video. Let's jump over here to, where's he at? Okay, so this is player 1. So if I go to the stats panel, in here, I have a link to my blog post, this little thumbtack, this push pin. If I click on that, I get the blog post that I copied and pasted. Now here, I can edit this post and I can add to this, add other notes because I want to remember. I'm going to go ahead and just close that because I'm not going to edit that at this point. You can create a new post. You can continue to take notes. This is your cheat sheet. Notice how it says continue to add notes to this post until Scotchgo says otherwise. And I will tell you, as far as these first two columns in the N2K, the need to know, for these videos, that's all the notes I want. You don't have to take notes on every single video. If you're having trouble remembering something, am I supposed to buy an absence? Am I supposed to buy a tardy? How do I take a restroom pass? What do I need to do? That information is in these quests, and you have a responsibility to understand them. So, yes, option 1 is the correct answer. I want you to understand that, with great power, with great freedom comes great responsibility, huh? Great power, how does that go? With great power comes great responsibility. There you go. Spider-Man, right? Uncle Ben. So, I earned this because I know what's going on. Hey, I fully realize this is new to you. Before you click through this and accept that achievement and this loot, I would make sure I really did understand this and I really did know my responsibilities that happen here in the exchange and the grades and everything else that has been covered up to this point. I know it's a lot to ask, but when we move on to the applications, if you are as sloppy and lazy as some of you have been, you will utterly fail to follow through, and I'm going to end up just wiping your account. You're going to try to log in, and you're going to say, Scotchgo, something happened. I can't log in. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, I deleted your account. You're starting over. Because if you think that you're going to coast through this and pretend to learn, guess what? It's not going to happen. Take your time. Do it right. Learn this. You got it? I hope so, because I'm going to live up to my end of the deal.